Alright, welcome to worksheet 10.2 corrections. Okay, I'm going to begin. Question 1. In a school of 1,800 pupils, 324 pupils wear glasses. What percentage of the pupils do not wear glasses? Okay, remember when we learn in the workbook, right, we can actually convert percentage into fractions. We can also convert them into decimals. Alright, so this one, I'll just go to show you the two different methods you can use, and then you can see the difference and you can get a general idea on which one you might want to use when encountering with different problems. Okay, so for this case, 324 pupils wear glasses, right? 324 pupils wear glasses. And what percentage of people do not wear glasses? Alright, now just like how your other word problems in those normal whole numbers, like for example whole numbers one or fractions deal with, right? Now here what we can do is we can find there are two ways we can find it. The first way would be we can find out what's the percentage of the pupils who wear glasses. Okay, then we can find what's the, then after that we just take 100% minus the answer, we'll get those who do not wear glasses. Or we can, second way, we can straight away take 1,800 minus 324 to find the number of pupils who do not wear glasses and work immediately from there. Okay, but usually I'll prefer to work with smaller numbers, okay, because not so complicated. Alright, so the first method that you can use, if let's say we're going to be using fractions, okay, is actually 324 over 1,800. Now this 324 is the number of pupils who wear glasses. 1,800 is the number of pupils who, the total of the number of students in the whole school. Alright, so from here, if you're going to use fractions, we have to convert this into 100. So we have to divide this by 18, divide the top by 18. Okay, the answer would be 18 over 100. Okay, so this will become 18%. Right? Now the second method that we can use, okay, is if you're going to be using decimals. So we're going to be taking 324 divided by 18. Now 1,800. Now you notice actually this is something like unit methods, okay, where since 1,800 is the total number of pupils, right? So this 1,800 is like the total number of units that we have. If you're going to draw everything out, if we draw 324 here with glasses, and we draw the total number of pupils who do not wear glasses here, both of the thing will add up to 1,800 units. So this actually looks something like unit method. So now what you're trying to find is what is 1 unit. Okay, so 324 divided by 1,800 will be equals to 0.18. Now take note, okay, this 0.18 I already told you to always tell you all that your answers need to make sense. Okay, but this 0.18 here does not refer to the number of pupils. It refers to the number of pupils, then it's probably wrong because you can't have 0.18 pupil. It's just impossible. Alright, so this is actually the percentage in decimal form. So after we convert this, right, 0.18 is actually 18%. See, it's actually both the same. You can do it anyway. So from here, right, what we need to do is we will take because this is what we just found is the number of people who wear glasses. So we still have to take 100% minus 8, yeah, minus 18%. Okay, so this will actually give me 82%, which is the number of people who do not wear glasses. 82%. Okay. Now, Leanne spent 40% of her money on a blouse and 50% of the remainder on food. Alright. Now take note of the word remainder. You know what it means. So first, okay, usually these kind of questions, right, when you see the word remainder, right, okay, one good way to use is actually using the model method to help you to see better. Alright, so here if we actually have a 40%, right? Oops, sorry. Yeah, we actually have a line here. Okay, then right below here, okay, we just draw a line. Alright, this is our model. Okay, and I'll split it into 10 parts. Okay, now take note why I split into 10 parts. It's because of this 40% here. 40%, right, is actually equals to 40 over 100, correct? Now you cancel this, is actually 4 parts out of 10 parts. Alright, now we want to make it into a sizable amount. I know some of you might say you can still make it to 2 over 5, simplify to 2 over 5, but there's a reason why I keep it to 10. Okay, so we know that 4 parts, okay, actually belong to the blouse. Remaining, we have 6 parts. 50% of the remainder is actually half of the remainder. Okay, so this 3 units is actually on food, and the remainder, okay, is actually just $36 left. That's what they say here. Okay, so from here, using unit method, 3 units is $36, 1 unit is 12. So we want to find what's 10 units, 120. Alright, so okay, that's how we get answer. How much money she have at first is actually just all the 10 units together. Alright, question 3. Shop A sells a pair of shoes for $46. It is 15% more than the price Shop B sells. How much does Shop B sell the same pair of shoes? Okay, just this kind of questions can be a little bit complicated. Okay, because actually it's very hard for us to tell which is whether Shop A is 100% or whether Shop B is 100%. Okay, so one way that we can do this, right, okay, is actually, right, we have to know, most importantly, which is the shop to take it as 100%. Now you look over here, right, it says how much does Shop B sell the same pair of shoes. Okay, and we see that actually this part, it says it is 15% more than the price of Shop B. Okay, so this actually tells us that this $46, okay, we're comparing it to Shop B. Alright, which means when they are comparing like that to Shop B, right, Shop B has to be, okay, Shop B has to be 100%. Okay, which means Shop A is actually selling it at 15% more, so it will be 115%. Alright, now some of you, alright, will probably put Shop A as 100%, then Shop B at 85%. Now when we work with percentages, you'll notice that if you do it the wrong way, your answer will be different. Okay, I'll explain in class more on what I mean by this, but for now, okay, we'll just take Shop A as 115%. So 115% is $46. Okay, so to find this, very easy, just use like normal unit methods. You can find what's 1% first. Okay, you can just press a calculator. You take 46 divided by 115, you get 0.4. Okay, don't forget the dollars, 40 cents. So from here you can find what is 100%. Okay, you get $40. Just move it over by 2 placings. Okay, now if you all want, you can go and try the wrong way, which is actually putting Shop A as 100% and Shop B as 85%. Now if you do that, your answer will be very different from this. Okay, so you must really know that there can only be one way, based on what I just told you here, that if they're comparing it with the price of this thing, then this thing is the 100%. Okay, Zhao Ji bought 8 kg of rice for cooking. She used 5 kg. What percentage of rice had she left? Okay. Now this we can actually use ratio if you want to, or we can just use a normal unit method. So we know that this Zhao Ji, she bought 8 kg of rice for cooking. Then she used 5 kg. So we know that total is actually 8 kg, right? Okay, if let's say we'll draw units, we'll be drawing 8 kg, 8 units here, each unit representing 1 kg. Then after that we'll be shading 5 units, which is what she used. So what she had left is actually just 8 units, but this time I'll just put it in kg, minus 5 kg, you get 3 kg. So this is what she had left. Okay, so what percentage of the rice she had left? Now remember, when we're working with fractions, right, we're actually taking 3 kg over 8 kg, right? 3 over 8, because this is what we want to know, how much you had left. Now you notice when you actually write fractions like this, right, even the units you got to cancel off. Okay, not only the numbers. Alright, so it's just basically 3 over 8. Alright, now we want to convert this. Okay, we want to convert the base into 100. It's going to be very difficult. It's going to be very difficult. So usually what we do when it comes down to this, right, we'll just straight away go into take the numerator divided by the denominator. Alright, so from here, if you press your calculator, you get 3 divided by 8. Okay, you get a 0.375. Now what do we do with this 0.375? We have to convert it to, we have to multiply it by 100%. Okay, when you multiply it by 100%, it's going to be a 37.5%. Okay, so it's the answer. Alright, you understand? Okay, so basically the conversion here, you just multiply by 100, put a percentage sign, and then you get the answer. Alright. Actually, the correct way to write this portion here, okay, we want to be more accurate and you don't want to be so careless. You just take 0.375 times 100%. Okay, move 37.5%. Alright, actually I'll prefer you to write it in this way if you can. Okay, one added step to make sure that you're correct. Okay, question 5. Emmeline has some stamps. 75% of stamps are local and the rest are foreign. Emmeline has 450 more local stamps than foreign stamps. Okay, so local stamps is 75%. Okay, foreign stamps naturally has to be 100% minus 75%, which will give you 25%. Okay, so Emmeline has 450 more local stamps than foreign stamps. Right, so you look at this, it's actually a lot like the unit method. Here you got 75%. If we take percentage as a unit, okay, we take this percentage as a unit, it's just 75 units and 25 units. Alright, so we take 75% minus 25%, we're going to be getting 50%. Now remember, like how we do with this kind of questions, the more of this than this. We usually just take this and minus this, you'll get this, which is the difference. Alright, so we know now that the difference, which is 50%, okay, is actually 450 stamps. Alright, so now we want to know how many foreign stamps does Emmeline have. So foreign stamps is actually 25% and this is 50%. Now, like using a unit method, we can find what's 1%. Okay, 1%, you just have to divide this by 50. Okay, you will get 9. Okay, so now you want to find what's 25%. Alright, you get 9 times 25. Okay, equals to 225. So this is your answer. Alright, you might have to pause it to copy. Okay, now question 6. Qin bought some cookies. She gave 20% of the cookies to her brother and ate 50% of the remaining cookies. If she had 36 cookies left, how many cookies did she buy? Okay, so 20% of the cookies to her brother. Okay, ate half of the remaining. If she had 36 cookies left, how many cookies did she buy? Alright, now this question is actually exactly like, let me see, exactly the same as question 2. Right, you see, 40%, 50%. Here's the same thing. Okay, 20% of cookies, ate 50% of the remaining. 50% is actually half. Same. Okay, so if you have 36 cookies left, the model is exactly the same. So how I'm going to approach this question, I'm going to do it without a model. Alright, now you got to follow me closely. Now first she gave 20% to her brother. Okay, so how much is left? How much is left will be 100% minus 20%. Okay, 80%. So this is how much was left. Okay, so she ate, or rather we will call this, okay, remaining. Okay, now remaining. Now with 80% is the remaining, and she ate 50%. 50% is half. What is half of 80%? Okay, half of 80% is actually 40%. Right, just cut this into half, 40%. So we know that this 40%, 40%, alright, is actually 36 cookies. Because this is what's left. If she ate half of the remaining cookies, means she has half of the remaining cookies left, the other half. Alright, so 40% will be 36. Alright, you can find what is, if you want to, you can find what is 1%. Okay, you can find what is 1%, which will give you 0.9. Now don't worry about this, because usually in percentages, right, even here if it means 0.9 cookies, right, it's actually not the final number, so you don't have to worry. Okay, we're just going to wait for a small number. So you find what's 1%. Then after that you have to find what is how many cookies did she buy. Okay, so at first 1% will be that, 100% will be, okay, 0.9 times 100 equals to 9990. Okay, so answer will be 90. Alright, now let you see for a while. Question 7. Okay, there are 140 members in the school's drama club. 55% of the members are boys. How many girls are there in the drama club? Same thing. Alright, they're talking about boys, but they want to find girls. I don't think there's any other kinds of children other than boys and girls. So we get 100% minus 55% minus, we'll get the girls, which is actually 45%. Alright, so what we need to do now is, total is 140. So 100% is actually 140 members, right? So if you want to find what is 45%, all you need to do is find 1%, divide by 100, 1.4. Then you find what is 45%. Okay, you just need to take 1.4 times 45%. 1.4 times 45. Alright, just use the calculator, is okay, 63. Oh, yeah, correct. I'm finding what's 45%. Okay, so question 8. There are 40 red, blue, yellow hoops in the field room. Percentage of the red, blue, yellow hoops are 20. Okay, so now you see we're going to be using ratio. Alright, remember I told you ratio is very fraction, is very much related to fractions and stuff, so we can keep changing them around. Okay, so now we got red is to blue is to yellow. Now ratio is actually in terms of parts, which means these things we don't even need to put a percentage sign there. Alright, you can just say the ratio is actually 20 is to 55 is to 25. Alright, then for now we can actually forget about the percentage. we just work on what we have here, which is the ratio. Okay, so total is how many units? Alright, we got 20 plus 55 plus 25. Total is actually 100 units. Alright, so 100 units okay, is equals to 40, because of 40 is from here, right? You want to find the total number of yellow and red hoops. Yellow and red. Total number of yellow and red hoops. Yellow, red. So we'll yellow plus red. Okay, it's actually 20 plus 25. 20. Okay, equals to 45. Now this is the units. Alright, so here you want to find what is 45 units. Okay, you got to find what's 1 unit first. 40 divided by 100, 0.4. 45 units equals to 0.4 times 45, which will be equals to if I'm not wrong, should be 1. Okay, let me press my calculator. 0.4 times 45, 18. Answer. Right, question 9. 64% of the toys in a toy store are dolls. 24% are robots, and the rest are board games. Alright, okay, so let's use the ratio method again. So dolls is to robots is to board games. Okay, 64 are dolls, 24 are robots, rest are board games. So we know that for percentage, total has to be 100%. So if we take 100% minus 64 minus 24, okay, this is in terms of units. Alright, we'll get 12. Okay, so the box will be 12. Now if there are total 1408 dolls, how many of these two are added together? Okay, so we know that here 64 units is equals to 1408. Right, find what's 1 unit. 1 unit is actually 1408 divided by 64. It's actually 22. Okay, so now you want to find the sum of the robots and board games, same as just now. 24 plus 12 is right here, 36. So you just have to find what's 36 units. Okay, you just get it. 36 times 22 equals to 792. Oh, this is not an answer. Ayo, luckily I read. Okay, yeah. Here is this, not the final answer. Okay. Alright, so why is it not the final answer? Okay, because 36 units is 792, but what they actually want you to find is how many more robots and board games must be added so that the sum of the robots and board games is the same as the number of dolls. So the number of dolls is 1408. Do you want to know how much you must supposed to add into this so that it becomes that? So all you need to do is just take 1408 minus 792, you get the answer. Now for these kind of questions, right, they are just trying to confuse you at the end there, just to see whether you know your stuff. Okay, so all you need to do is read properly and you'll be able to figure out how they're trying to trick you. Okay, so after pressing my calculator, I get the answer as 616. Okay, final answer. Alright, now question 10. In a box, 40% of the balls are red and the rest are purple. There are 36 purple balls in the box. How many balls are there in the box altogether? Alright, so 40% of rate. Now I would like to use ratio again. I just love to use ratio on these kind of occasions. Okay, because you're just comparing between red and purple. Alright, so if red is 40%, okay, then purple will be naturally 100% minus 40%. Okay, you're actually getting 60%. Okay, ratio is just 40 is to 60. So if there are 36 purple in the box, 60 units equals to 36. Alright, how many balls are there in the box altogether? So you've got to find what's 100 units. Right? So, okay, I'm going to cheat a bit. I'm just going to 10 units instead of 1 unit. Right? It's 36 divided by 6. Right? Then 100 units. 6 times 10, 60. Okay, so the total should be 60 balls. Okay, please take note here. Alright, what I did is because I know that I'm supposed to find 100%, right? So instead of dropping this all the way to 1 unit, where I get 36 divided by 60, right? Okay, I drop it down to 10 because I know that if I can multiply by 10 later, I can still get my answer. However, if you drop this all the way to 1 unit, okay, you probably get the answer is 0.6. Alright, this 0.6, after that you multiply by another 100 to get the 100 units, you also get 60. Okay, so it doesn't really matter. It's just this is probably just a step. If you're fast and if you understand easily, right, you can actually use my kind of shortcut. Oh, that's the last question. Okay, thank you for listening. Bye bye.